Hi there and welcome. My name's Rob from the Rotherham Cycle Hub.
I'm Jamie from the Barnsley Active Travel Hub.
Today we're going to be running you through a series of short episodes on things to look out for on your bike, little safety checks, little maintenance tips to make sure your bike's running safely and smoothly, and also to help save you some money in expensive repairs down the line. Today we're going to be running through a safety check known as the M-check.
Alright, so I'll take us through the M-check, which is a very simple, quick check that you would do when you get your bike out, be it a new bike or a bike that you're getting out after use, after a period of time. Just do this quickly before you set off to check everything on your bike is running smoothly. So it's an M-check proceeding in the letter M, if you can imagine in the shape of the bicycle. So first of all, we'll start at the back. Just check that the rear wheel is seated in the frame properly by wiggling it from side to side. You can also gently tap it on the floor. Check your tyres are inflated and also check for wear or damage to the tyre sidewall on both sides, or potentially, if your bike's a bit older, cracks or perishing in the tyres. So moving along from that, we'll look at the rear brake. Check your brake pads are secure, check they're hitting the rim, and check they're unworn. We'll also check at this point the rear derailleur if you have one, to check the alignment of that and it's all straight. Moving upwards, we're now going to check the saddle, check that that's tight in the frame, doesn't move when you wiggle it, and check that the saddle is also tight on the rails here. Moving down, we're going to just check that the cranks spin freely. We're also going to check the pedals are secure with no side-to-side movement in them. And we're going to check that the bottom bracket is secure as well. Moving back up here, we're up to the steering, so you also want to check the headset on the bike. So you check that by applying the front brake and just checking that there is no side-to-side movement in any of these bearings or movements here. We're also going to check that the stem and the controls on your bike are tight. Stand in front of the wheel, try to move the bike from side to side like that. Your controls should stay where they are. Also check that your brakes and gear controls are tight on your bike as well. Moving down with the M-check, we're going to go now to the front brake. Same procedure as the rear brake. Check the pads are tight. Check the pads are hitting the rim correctly. Check your pads are unworn. Finally, back to the front wheel. We're going to do the same checks as the rear wheel. Check that your wheel is seated correctly in the frame. Also check that your tyre is seated correctly all the way around, and also check the tyre for damages, for perishing, for any cuts on the sidewall as well, on both sides. So that's all for episode 1. We've just run you through a very quick M-check, basic safety check of the bicycle.
We'll see you next time for the remaining episodes where we'll go into a bit more detail on some of the finer points of your bike.